decided really not to run this race. He's in it just to get the points. He will begin it and then go no farther. So it's up to Billy Graham to try to make the best time he can.
1 point for Hammond as he crosses the stripe to get the event underway. 10 points for a win. Superstar Billy Graham on a solo run here on this uphill drag course in the engine race. 800 pounds that he's pushing. And the winner here is Bill Kazmaier. Bill Kazmaier leading with 35.5 points. Jeff Cape second. Lars Hedlund third. We'll be back with our 5th event, the refrigerator race. Round refrigerator. Room for the freezer, eggs, the mayonnaise, the ketchup, and so forth. And this is your basic demonstration of how one races a refrigerator with my capable and able assistant Terry Todd here. I'm going to walk you through the procedure for preparation of one of these major activities. What do I do first?
Well, basically, Ken, squat down, lower your body a bit.
Squat down, lower
That's
my
right,
body.
carefully now.
Don't damage the merchandise. Get your head between these
Supports back against this brace. Now let's hook this up.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, we have to cinch this, tighten it up a
Usually
little.
the condemned, when they get their last meal, don't have to carry it on their back.
You are insured, aren't
Wait a minute.
you?
Oh,
Tighten enough?
yes,
Up
that's
deep?
really terrific.
Good, good.
Okay, how do I get out of it?
All right, you just stand up now.
Yeah.
Then all you have to do is run 100 feet straight up this steep hill. That's it.
This
2 rules.
is the refrigerator race?
Yes, you're not
Yeah.
supposed to either claw the course with
Oh,
your
I won't do that,
fingernails.
but can I pray?
No, no supplication is allowed.
Swell. Welcome to the refrigerator race.
Superstar Billy Graham in heat number 1 up against Larry Kidman.
Some guys carry lunch boxes, these guys carry refrigerators, Ken. Watch them go.
Superstar Billy Graham gets out in front. He was a free agent with the Oakland Raiders back in '67. Played with the Montreal Alouettes for a few years. Graham wins it. The refrigerator race, heat 1. Won by superstar Billy Graham in 16 and 98 100ths of a second.
Slowly, let's stop.
In heat number 2, Cleve Dean against Gerard Dupree.
Back a little.
Boy, I tell you, a false start here would be catastrophic, Terry.
Certainly would.
Set.
Taking and quaking out of the starting gate, they rumble.
Ken, Gerard is half the size of Cleve. He's 43 years old, but he's making quite a race of it.
Even, midway, here they come to the finish. And diving across the line with Cleve Dean. Awfully close. The strain showing in the face of Gerard Dupree, who's won heat number 2 at 14 and 18 100ths of a second. Let's get a word with Cleve Dean. That was some effort there at the finish.
I got a bad start. I had to try and finish good.
You really threw yourself at that line.
Well, I was just trying to get there, make them last 10 seconds count.
Did you hurt yourself?
Nah, I ain't gonna get hurt doing that.
Heat 3 on the left from Canada. Bishop Dulagevich on the right. Lars Hedlund of Sweden.
Last year, Ken, Lars won this. We'll see if he can win it again. It's more uphill this year than it was last year. That might affect the outcome.
Just about even. Now, with a burst of speed out in front, Lars Hedlund of Sweden gathers up ahead of steam, and he's pulled off the refrigerator race. Lars Hedlund in heat 3 looks very strong. Waiting for his time. Take my red. Fast times by Hedlund and Dulagevich. It's an 11:66 for Hedlund, 13:61 for Dulagevich. In this, the third heat, they're running first and second. Don Reinhardt has had to retire from the competition. Jerry Hannon took the mandatory step over the line to pick up a couple of points. So there is no heat 5, just as heat 4 to wrap it up. There's Kazmaier, ready to go. In this, the final heat against Jeff Capes.
And if these guys go for it, they're really going to have quite a time because they're both big athletic men. Capes looks like a big lead here.
Kazmaier trying to get back into it, but Jeff Capes really turning on the power. Is across the stripe, and Jeff Capes of Great Britain looks like he's turned an outstanding time. Jeff Capes, who does a lot of running, is Lars Hedlund looking very concerned. Kazmaier untethering himself, and Capes is excited. He thinks he can pull it off.
What's the time? What's the time?
10:70.
So Jeff Capes of Great Britain wins the refrigerator race with Kazmaier in second. That bar of rolled steel at 5/8 inches in diameter. It's like the base section of the anvil chorus, and they're using their head, their teeth, anything for an anvil out here, Terry.
Yes, you have to bend it using as a fulcrum, your head or the back of your neck or even your teeth. Different ones hands, as you can see, use different styles. The towels, of course, are used just to relieve pain. Now, you see Cleve, this is a style that he sort of developed last year. He reaches across and uses the great pulling power that he developed as an arm wrestler and a wrist wrestler to be able to bend the bar. Looks as if he's just about got that. You have to bend it so that the ends are within 8 inches of one another.
And they have a measure in front of them there. You see superstar Billy Graham trying to get the ends of that 5/8 bar around. And there's Cleve Dean checking the measurement on his
Cleve did
bar.
it. Cleve made it.
Barry Hannon still tussling with his bar.
They have a 1-minute time limit.
Gerard Dupree from Belgium, the great weightlifter from the European wars. He's trying and not having much luck here with this event. He's short. He can't get enough leverage.
But Billy Graham's ear is suffering some severe damage right there.
Just about out of time in this event. Very Kidney there in the back and black, and that's the time. Cleve Dean, the only competitor to make a successful bend, and you can see that some of the others really missed the 8-inch mark. 4 competitors in the second half of the bar bend. Don Reinhardt, defending champion, is out with a pulled hamstring, out of the competition.
Kate really cracked down on it with the very first bend. He's very emotional, as you can see, when he bends the bars. Kazmar's got it down on his neck now. Bishop also looks as if he's going to do it. Looks as if all these men are going to be successful.
The bar is 11/16 inches of rolled steel. No one has ever bent this bar to within 8 inches of either end of the world's strongest man. Lars Hedlund losing his glasses and his towel here on the start.
Ken, last year, no one came even close to this. In fact, Jeff Capes right now has got it closer than anyone got it last year. It's possible he can get it all the way, and if he doesn't get it all the way, if he has been at the Fathers, he will be the winner. These men are really screaming. This is an event that requires great emotional outlet. Kazmar, I believe, has bent the thing. Unbelievable. I think he has actually bent it all the way double.
Cleve Dean still trying there. Here's Lars Hedlund still working at it in blue. Bishop Viligevich in the back having trouble. And there you see Jeff Cates of Great Britain.
He's close. He's very close to it. Kaz got it.
Kazmaier has it. Has to be within 8 inches. The ends within 8 inches of each other. And it looks like Bill Kazmaier has become the first man in the history of the world's strongest man to pull it off. Time is up. The 60-second time limit is completed. Kazmaier is going to win in the bar bend with an amazing bend of this 11/16-inch bar. Jeff Capes will be second, Hedlund third, Cleve Dean fourth, Viligevich fifth. And the overall standings, Kazmaier pulls out in front. What a giant, Lars Hedlund. A graduate of the West Point of Sweden, speaks 5 languages and some powerlifting. Well, here he comes. From the United States, out of Auburn, Alabama these days, Bill Kazmaier, ready to attack, 854 pounds.
Kazmaier, as you can see, is wired up for this lift. Watch those eyes.
Leading in the overall standings. And we escalate the difficulty by 70 pounds of weight. Total 924.
This brings it almost to the world record in powerlifting, which is 970 pounds now. This is 924. They don't go down quite as deeply, but still, this is almost 1,000 pounds, Ken. Great, great weight. No, he's hung up, I'm afraid. I just don't think, no, he's giving it up.
Lars Hedlund does not make 924. Question is, will Bill Kazmaier do it?
Ken, Bill has never lifted this much in competition. He has lifted about this much in training, in a partial squat. Whether or not he can do it is anyone's guess.
Bill Kazmaier, currently the world super heavy powerlifting champion, lifting 924 pounds, and that will do it. Here in the girl lift, he's number 1, 10 more points for Bill Kazmaier. With just 3 events to go, Bill Kazmaier has only a 10-point advantage. The silver dollar lift. And let's look at where some of them have already cashed in. So with three competitors still in the silver dollar deadlift, 906 pounds, $16,000 on the bar, here comes Larry Kidney. His wife Cindy looking on, encouraging him. Great lift by Larry Kidney. The 275-pounder pulls it off at 906 pounds.
40 years old and getting better every year. Great lift, great effort.
Lars Hedlund. What's he going to do with this?
Well, Lars is not a great deadlifter. He's best in the bench press, and he's very, very good in the squat. The deadlift is his problem lift.
He gets angry at that bar.
Has a minute in which to do it. Can move his feet out of it, change the strategy, change the leverage just a bit. Shorten the pull. The bar bends can, but the weight won't go.
So that's the story on Lars Hedlund. And what will this mean in those final standings as we get close to the finale?
He did well. He's in the top few finishers here, but we still have Kazmar to come, and it would surprise me if Kazmar can't lift this. He has done this in practice. He has a great deal of what my grandfather used to call main strength, and that's what the deadlift takes.
He's ready to walk home with it.
That certainly did test him to the limit.
Some strength, some power in Bill Kazmaier. Add 50 pounds, $1,000. New total, $17,000, 956 pounds, and turn Larry Kidney loose.
Larry has good leverage in this lift. He's giving up 14 years in age, 50 pounds in body weight.
For the little guy, says Larry Kidney.
Almost came loose.
Has some time. But he is not going to go any further. 956 pounds. William Kazmaier. How about it, Terry Todd? Can he do it?
I think Sweet William knows in his heart of hearts that he's going to pull this.
All right, let's see. Kaz gets with it.
Inside, you can see the, yes, absolutely effortless. I think he could do 1,000 pounds.
That's just impossible. 956 pounds for Bill Kazmaier. And that makes Kazmaier the winner in the silver dollar deadlift here in the world's strongest men. Yes, Kazmaier has the lead, but there are two events left. The battery lift, and 4 men will qualify for tug of war with 20 points, not 10 for the winner. Great Britain.
Lower it down to a parallel position. Little more down, little more down, little more.
Harold Conley, Director of Events, giving the instructions.
Those instructions can have to do with the fact that he must hold it straight out. If you hold it up, of course, your leverage is much improved. The colored marks that you see have to do with the height that has been determined in advance by the judges for each individual athlete. If they go to that point, then they have lost the event, and that's what their time will be. They have to hold it above that ribbon, which is about waist height.
Jeff Capes getting up over 30 seconds. better than a